So, to grind or not to grind your coffees for espresso? In today's video, let's talk about that, shall we? Now, obviously, when you want to grind your coffees, it's best to grind it fresh. So when you purchase from us, we will encourage you to buy it as whole beans. So in the event when you purchase your coffees from us as a grind option, here are a few tips and tricks to how you can store and extract the best cup of coffee for you. For today's video, we'll be using the Breville BS900 just as an example. Now, whenever you're brewing your cups of coffee, we always encourage you to use a ratio of 1 to 2 or 1 to 1 or 1 to 1.2. Ratios are important because that's the best way for you to get the optimum flavors in your coffee. As seen on our website, for example in our Milky Way coffee, there is a recipe of 16.5 grams in and a recommended amount of 20 grams out. That would mean it's about a 1 to 1.2 ratio, and the flavors that you get from that will be its optimum flavor range. When you're brewing the coffee, you would expect something of a 30 to 35 second shot. That is depending on your grind size if you're going to grind it fresh from home, but again in this context it will be for pre-grounded coffee. Now when you're at home, what we would like to suggest or to take note when you're brewing your coffee is SARP. S being size of grind, A being the angle of your temp, R being the roast of your coffee, and P being the pressure of the machine. For size of grind, what we'll be recommending you to grind would be something sand-like. For angle of temp, you want something even, a flat bed. If you're going to temp unevenly, it will influence the espresso shot to be uneven because it'll be lopsided, so you wouldn't want that. And then your flavors will not be evenly extracted as well because the resistance will be uneven, therefore uneven extraction. R would be the roast date. The older it is, naturally you'll lose more flavor because it just dissipates. The flavors will just it'll just lose itself. And the best would be to use fresh coffee. And P will be the pressure. Why pressure? Be pressure of the machine. Every machine will be different. To give you a bit of a context, bars of pressure would be like your car tire. Car tires are actually 2 bars of pressure, and that's actually a lot. So each machine can withstand up to like 4 tires or even more. Now, when you're at home, if you purchase pre-grounded coffee, just bear in mind the 2 elements of the 4, angle of temp and your roast date. Just ensure that you're temping at an even flat bed to get even extraction. And when you're playing with your coffee, whether or not you want to adjust your ratios, you can put more or less coffee. It is purely dependent on your preference, whether you want a stronger cup of coffee or a lighter cup of coffee. Play around because coffee is subjective. Everybody likes different things. Some likes a bitter cup of coffee, some likes a sour cup of coffee. However, it may not be sour, it may be fruity, it may be acidic, and it may not be bitter, it may be chocolatey, it may be nutty, it may be roasty. So it's very subjective. And so for that, we thank you for joining us today on Ghostbird Shares. Comment below what are the common issues and challenges that you face, and we'll see what we can do to help you from there. Thank you for joining.